Welcome back, everyone. As longtime viewers of the channel know, I do a ton of light reviews around here. I do light reviews on, U.S.-made lights that are designed for weapons. I do light reviews on carry lights, super high output thrower type lights, all kinds of stuff. And lights like Olight or 4.7s or like ThruNite, lights like that are super high output, generally run on 18650 batteries, and generally are made in China or somewhere overseas. Folks ask me literally every day, if not many times a day, how do I mount, for instance, this one here is one of my more popular light reviews, which is the ThruNite TN12 2014 edition. How do I mount that on a weapon? And I always respond that I don't recommend they mount it on a weapon. And then for some reason, a lot of times folks who ask me my opinion will want to argue with me and say that I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's cool. But what we're going to do today is just show you why I don't recommend mounting them on a weapon. And we're going to use the ThruNite TN12 as an example. Again, it's a very good light. My guess is it's going to look not so good in this video, but I'm not bad mouthing it, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here. So what we're going to do before we do anything is just compare it here to a Surefire. This one here is a 6PX tactical. It's a light that I do recommend, 320 lumen output, made by Surefire. It's reasonably priced, and it's a good all-around light, and it also is a good weapon light. Even though Surefire doesn't recommend it as a weapon light per se, folks everywhere use them as weapon lights, and they seem to do okay. So what we're going to do here today is, like I said, step outside, check out the output, and see what kind of beam comparison we're getting between the two lights. And then after that, do a little bit of durability testing.
For those new to the channel, that shed's about 25 meters away, and the far end right there of the fence is about 45 meters away. So that's what you're looking at there. This is the Surefire. Lighten it up there. You can see 320 lumens. Does a good job. Has a good all-around beam. A little bit of an edge there on it. Not sure how well that comes across on camera. Right on the shed there, if you can see the edge of the light. So it's not super floody or anything, but it has a good hotspot and a decent spill. There is ThruNite. And you compare the two, there's no getting around it. The TN12 is a brighter light. It's got a better hotspot, and even the spill area is still going to be brighter. So do you need that much light? I don't know. But if you're looking for it, that is how the beam output compares. Surefire again, ThruNite. And that ThruNite's on high.
You saw how the output compares, but one thing that's a factor, in deciding on what light to get to is going to be durability. So next we're going to do some drop tests. We're out here in my driveway. We have concrete here, so it's a pretty hard surface to be dropped on. We'll turn the lights on and drop them and see how they hold up. I'm 6 feet tall. I'll be dropping them from shoulder height. Hopefully you guys, I think, can see that where it's actually going to be hitting. And we'll just drop one on the bezel first. You can see it shut off. And the light doesn't appear to be working anymore. It seems that one drop actually just killed the light. And that was the ThruNite. We'll take it inside and inspect it and show you up next if it actually did kill the light. If it did, we'll report that. But we'll try the Surefire here, rather, and see it's on as well. Same thing. Dropped on the bezel. And it's still working. We'll do it again, this time on the side. Still working. Let's see. We'll drop it on the tail cap. Still working. Let me take a closer look here at this ThruNite. Just make sure everything's still good. Getting connections in the battery. Should be good. Yeah, we're getting nothing at all out of the light from any of the switches or anything like that. So it appears that it did a little bit worse, or at least a lot worse than the Surefire in the drop test. Well, as you saw there, the ThruNite didn't do so well. Like I said, I kind of expected that. And again, I'm not bad-mouthing ThruNite. Some of the advantages of some of these lights, before we get into basically what we found here today, a lot of these lights are reasonably priced. I think this one's $49. The output it has is very impressive, as you guys saw in that beam comparison. It has a very usable interface, so you can toggle through a bunch of different modes. Check out my review here if you guys haven't seen it. You're wondering what I'm talking about. I don't want to do a direct review. I kind of want to do sort of more of a theory video here. And there's a lot of good things going for it. Without question, I think this is a very good everyday carry light. for most people in normal situations, you know, like I was up in my attic last night actually using this light, just getting around there and, you know, moving old boxes, putting up Christmas decorations actually. And for that kind of use, it's fantastic. It's excellent. You can change how long the battery is going to run, you know, due to your interface, how bright you need it, all that stuff. And it uses rechargeable batteries, which is a huge pro, in my opinion, for everyday carry kind of like light use. But at the end of the day, lights like Surefire, Streamlight, LZ, etc., are just built to a different standard. And again, I'm not bad mouthing this. It's not what I'm saying. My point is, you know, like a Remington 700, for instance, for you guys who are gun guys, is built to a standard. Your Remington 700 308 is a great gun, you know, but if you go up to like a Barrett 50 cal, it's built to a different standard for a different mission set. And it's the same thing with lights. So you just have to keep that in mind, guys, when you're looking at these lights, because I get questions all the time, again, asking about these lights and mounting them on weapons, and I don't recommend it. I'm going to refer those people to this video from now on, and you'll see why. Now, granted, ThruNite and most of these companies have excellent warranties. This light now, after this test that it doesn't work, it's going to go back to ThruNite, and I guarantee you they're going to replace it for free. So things like that are great too. Again, not bad-mouthing ThruNite or 47s or Phoenix or any of these other companies out there, because I do obviously have a bunch of positive reviews on their lights, but you just have to understand what they're designed for and what their limitations are, just like any other type of gear. You know, you can buy airsoft gear and you can wear it to the range 3 or 4 times, you'll probably be okay. If you're in a gunfight and you have an airsoft plate carrier on and someone tries to drag you by it and the handle rips off, you shouldn't be mad about it because it's an airsoft plate carrier. It's the same thing, guys. Like, you just have to understand the mission set that these products are designed for and the standards they're designed for. So that's really about it. I just wanted to use this as an example. I was actually planning on doing some water testing and other stuff too, but obviously we didn't make it that far. But it still illustrates the point I'm trying to get at. These lights are very good for certain uses. And I definitely recommend them for those uses. I will continue to in the future. I actually have another ThruNite review coming up soon. It's going to be a positive review. It's a good light, but you just have to understand what they are and what you're getting when you're looking at, you know, lights like Surefires, like I said, Streamlight, LZ, etc. It's just a different standard. If you guys have any questions about this or anything else we talk about here on the channel, you can always post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always. I hope this answered some of the questions out there and sort of explained the theory behind why I say the things I do. I don't always, you know, do it in every video, but I think this will show exactly what I'm talking about there. So if you guys have any questions, again, you can post below at those two places, and I hope to see you in the next video.